Rear brake is not working properly, feeling less braking power on your Royal Enfield 350? Don't worry, today I will show how to change rear brake pads at home step by step. No mechanic is needed, you can save your money and do it yourself easily at home. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I make bike maintenance and travel videos on this channel. Today's video is about Royal Enfield 350 rear brake pads replacement and I will explain everything in a simple way. Before starting, let's see what tools we need. Spanner set we need 12mm spanner, 14mm spanner and 8mm spanner. For old Royal Enfield bikes, you need a 8mm of spanner for rear brake pad change. Allen key if required for your new version of Royal Enfields. Flat screwdriver. And brake cleaners. This is optional. New brake pads from the Royal Enfield showroom and gloves for safety if required or it's optional. Before starting, let's see what tool we need. Spanner set for new models 12mm, 14mm, flat screwdriver, old models 8mm brake cleaner if required. You can use new brake 8mm spanner. This is mandatory, and gloves for your safety. Make sure your bike is in center stand and stable position. First, check your current brake condition. If you hear a metal sound, pads are worn out. If braking feels weak, it's time to replace. Look at the pad thickness. If very thin, change immediately. In my condition, the brake feeling weak, it's time to replace because it's getting thin and thin. It's not touched to the metal to metal, but it's get thin. That's why I'm changing the brake pads. Always do this job when bike is cool, not right at after riding, because during the riding the disc is get hot. In our condition, we just need to take out the old brake pads and install a new brake pads. Now let's start the actual process of changing the rear brake pads on our Royal Enfield 350. First, loosen the 8mm screw which is attached to the brake caliper. Once you remove that, the next step is to take out the brake pads holder pin. After removing the pin, slightly push the brake pads outwards so they become loosen and easier to remove. After removing the pin, slightly push the brake pads outwards from the disc so they become loosen and easier to remove. Now on the opposite side, use a screwdriver to gently push the piston back inside. When the piston goes back, you may notice some fluid coming out from the bleeding point. After that, tight the bleeding screw properly. This step creates a gap between brake disc and brake pads, which is very important for installing new brake pads because new brake pads are thicker than the old brake pads. Once the gap is created, you can remove the old brake pads without any problem. Before installing the new ones, always check the condition of your old brake pads. If they are completely worn out, it causes metal to metal friction which can damage your brake disc. That's why it is very important to change brake pads on time. If you replace them regularly, you can avoid damaging your disc and save money. Now install the new brake pads in piston. After placing them correctly, insert the brake pads holder pin back, tight it properly, and that's it, your brake pad installation is done. Now let me share some extra knowledge about brake pads and braking system for our Royal Enfield 350, which will help you understand your bike better. First, there is a different type of brake pads available in the market. Organic brake pads, these are softer, give smooth braking and produce less noise, but they wear out faster. Semi-metallic brake pads, this offers a balance between performance and durability. And third is a sintered brake pad. These are high performance pads, long lasting and best for heavy bikes and aggressive riding. For a bike like a Royal Enfield 350, semi-metallic or sintered pads are usually recommended depending on your riding style. How to choose a right brake pads? Always choose brake pads based on your riding style, load on the bike and weather conditions. If you ride smoothly in a city traffic, go for smooth and responsive pads. If you do long rides and high speed touring, choose more durable pads. Common mistake people make. Many people make some common mistakes while changing the brake pads: not cleaning the caliper properly, touching the brake disc with oily hands, not tightening the bolts correctly, forgetting to pump the brakes before riding. Signs your brakes pads need replacement. You should change the brake pads at the time when squeezing or grinding noise reduce braking performance, brake pedal feels too soft or too hard, visible wear on a brake pads. Never ignore these signs because brakes are the most important and safety part of your bike. Here is a pro tip for you. One pro tip, always try to change both brake pads together, not just one side. Even brake pads can cause improper braking and damage your disc over the time. And after installation, always go for a short test ride. at a low speed to make sure everything is working perfectly. So this was some extra knowledge about the brake pads and braking system. If you follow these tips, your bike braking will always stay safe and effective. So guys, if you like this video, please subscribe, share and comment on this video, and do not forget to subscribe the Traveler Age YouTube channel.